Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Stoneblock 2. How are you doing? Behind me, we have a little test. In the last episode, we talked about this wonderful, fantastic rainbow generator. We're about to make that, but, well, we need somewhere for the energy to go. And while I'm pretty sure that the stellar crazy boy energy conduit thingamabobber, I think that this thing will be able to transmit enough energy. I want to be able to be sure, right? And to do that, what we need, I'm pretty sure, is resonant flux ducts. These things can do a little bit, but if we put these things and wrap it with some stuff, then we get some cryo-stabilized flux ducts, and they look so cool. So I think the first step is to do some little testy tests. Oh, it looks like I do need the cow thingamabobber. I never can remember how to do that. What I want to know is, will this function the way I think or not? So specifically, when this thing, very rapidly, thanks to the watches of flowing time, when this gets full, will this be able to pull the liquid out? If that is the case, then we're going to have a pretty cool system. Otherwise, we'll just need to hook up a little bit of a... Yep! Looks like we do need to hook up a system to take care of these cows. Yeah, first, let's make all the generators that we need. Well, we already made those because of a fancy system behind us. Halitosis, death, culinary, disenchantment, all that good jazz. These should be the 8 that we need to make some rainbow generator top halves. Now we're still going to go with 16. I'm hoping that we can go for like a full stack of these and just make another set of the base level. But for right now, I think that this should do us just a-okay to get the rainbow generator. Now this thing, what it really wants, one generators are not running. Another star generator. Okay. So we need to hook up. I don't know if they need to be touching. My research suggests that they can be in a line. But if we have every single type of generator operating near this rainbow generator, it'll glow and produce 2 million RF per tick. At least that's the idea. Now the question is, can I get you? I would really like to get you. Can I just slap you? Thank you. Pick up your normal good old self. Now, we need a spot for these to go, and I'm thinking somewhere close to here. So let's actually slap this puppy down and right-click. Still, 1 generators are not running. I'm kind of curious about that. We need to investigate that. But we need a spot for the energy to go. And rather than have it all get pumped into the crafting thingamabobber itself, I think that I do want to go for that meme thing of the vibrant capacity bank, but we need something that's a little bit bigger. And I was digging a hole, and I actually really liked how it turned out. Okay, so this is our witch area. This is where we make our potions. This is that room that I think looks really cool, but from down here, it looks tiny. This is all of our roosts making our ingots, and here's our terrasteel room, and then here's our enchanting room, super close to, I believe that this is our cow farm for infinity, so molten infinity farm, and the rest of this is stairwells. I didn't realize how awesome that this base is turning out, but we have all sorts of stuff. This is a singular chunk. If I hit F9, we're looking at a crazy chunk right here. I wanted to show this off before like a big reveal. I'm going to fill this big puppy up with a power bank, probably up until here, because I really like being able to see all these. And then we're going to probably set up some cable going from here to the generators, and then from the power bank up to their final destination, which I hope will be above us. In fact, we already made the room kind of secretly. Ooh, always have secrets. And we have a room back here. Ooh, it's all dark and spooky. What we have is our chaotic fusion power injector thingamabobbers. We're going to have 4 of them, and I'm hoping that we can just sort of hook our system up right here. And what it'll do is we'll have infinite power coming up, or at least, well, the pipe will be able to manage that much. Whatever the power bank below us will be able to output will just get flooded into this room, and hopefully we'll be able to make some balanced clay. At least, that's the idea. So the first step, so to speak, is to get our resident flux ducts all filled up. I think it's pretty simple. We put it in here, and it just fills it. Wow, that was incredibly easy. The next part starts to get trickier because we need to fill these things with cryotheum. And I've been letting this sort of fill up using our fantastic cow plus dark matter setup here with the watches of flowing time. And we should... How does this work? Oh, we need to surround these first. Is that a thing? What do we need to surround these by? Electrum and hopefully fused quartz. That's sort of my go-to. Let's see. Will this work? I certainly hope so. Let's see. What are we doing this thing? Right? So yoink, that has an EMC value, so we're still in the clear. This is not filled up, right? This is empty. So cryo? Was it oh, cry. Okay. Cryo. Perfect. Now this, once we fill it up, I don't think it will have EMC value. Yep. All right. So that is our fantastic and wonderful thing. The next step would be to fill up the basement with some form of thingamabob, right? We need to get power to these chaotic fusion injectors. Now, I think I'm just going to dig down here, and I don't think we have too much of an issue. Well, I suppose I should combine the pipes. Yeah, that's the more obvious step. So coming down here, we're going to have these things come in, and we just have to get them all situated, which should be the work of but a moment. Yeah. Hey, so this room is really starting to grow on me. I need to change the lights, but look how cool that is. All 4, which should be, and hello, infinity ingots being made back there. What we need to do is just sort of set up these guys right like so, and they should be ready as long as these guys have power coming to them. And that comes from down there. Now, we could follow that to the newly renovated big pit thing, and down below us, down below the sort of backup generators right here, these nether generators, they're whatever. I did end up filling this entire pit with vibrant capacitor banks. There's stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Do the math. We are able to output 500 million. Yeah, 500 million. And I think that it should be able to store a lot. Let's see. So that's thousands, millions, 500 billion. Well, no, that's the input output. I think it can store like 50 something something. A lot. Now, where are you getting energy from? Are you trying to still process that? What is processing? I haven't started that guy up. Huh. Oh, maybe that's what it can do right now. That's what it has. Okay. Now, step 1 is that we've been killed by this death generator before, and I'm pretty sure, according to most sources I've read, as long as we stay 3 blocks away from it, count them, right? 1, 2, 3, I think this box will protect us from the death generator. So we have some rotten flesh. Let us just always active start pumping that out. Now, if we get the death thing, we can always drink some milk. So let's test this real quick. Otherwise, I mean, I could have a terrible time, but you know, only one way to find out. This is for science. Now, I believe if we walk right here... Oh, so far so good. Oh, yeah. The Spectre of Death will arrive in 60 seconds. I don't know if this will stop it, but being outside of this box will. And now what we should be having is the energy comes from that, and it flows into this fella. So we're getting 20 energy units per tick, units of whatever, which should make sense. If I take a quick peek at this stuff and go to here, we do get 20 RF per tick, so that makes sense. Sweet. Now we just have to fill up these in a very similar fashion. I even made an explosion chamber for our fancy dancy explosions generator. What we need is, should we go with TNT or gunpowder? That's a good question. I'm just going to do gunpowder. It's cheap. I'm being cheap, exceptionally cheap. And what I want to do is toss this down here. Now, as far as I can tell, as long as we have each of these generators loaded, it should be functioning. Let's see, how do we check this? 15 generators not running. And on this, you will not find the death generator. That's because that bad boy up there, he is operational. Let's see if we can get another one off of that list. So we're going to always active, search for gunpowder, put in 1 infinity ingot, and kaboom. Now, oop, okay, yep, you definitely function. Let's cover you up, and hopefully we shouldn't get knocked back anymore. Okay, we get knocked back a little, but for the most part, it's reduced. We might even put some quieting thing on that. Just tossing away this stuff. We can always grab more through EMC. We have plenty at 27p, whatever the heck that means. I've already forgotten. Sorry, Per. I've disappointed you. And now if we right-click on this and check again, it has 14 generators not running. So we just need to set these things up to basically always be getting something. Now, I'd have 3 tricky ones. We need to get Slimy. This fellow needs milk. Okay, that's okay, whatever. This one's easy. Pink, I think, was easy. It can even do dirt. That's hilarious. What has the longest amount of time? Is everything half a second? That's pretty sad. Might do pink tulips. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Shut up! Okay, so heated redstone generator will be a little bit tricky. That needs to get lava, along with the magmatic also needs to get lava, so that's why we have a fluid transposer here. I'm hoping that we can figure out some sort of system with either lava eggs or EMC. I don't know. Let's see. Egg, lava, isn't that a thing? Wasn't there like a lava ball, lava egg? Can't we do something with this? No. Well, we'll test it around. And then the last tricky guy, the disenchanter. This guy, we are going to set up a recipe, and I think we're going to do flim flam, right? Did I make the book into here? Of course not. That would have been logical. Paper, a leather, and toss those in like so. Beautiful. Get them out, and we should be able to get books in the future, because that is ultimately what matters. I want to set this thing up. So right here, we're going to have 4 emeralds and a book. Apply. And that's going to have flim flam come out, and hopefully we're going to be able to insert and extract always active. That should turn on. So that now the disenchanter is operational. This will run for 33 minutes, so we don't need them very often. This is very simple. And now we're starting to get some actual energy into this bad boy. Keeping in mind that it's not even remotely close to being full yet. And this fellow, if we take a peek now, has 13 generators to go. Let me see if I can figure out all the really easy ones, and then we'll tackle the tricky ones together. Specifically, I think those 3 I think all of these ones are super easy. So milk might be interesting, and the lava ones are going to be tricky too. So it turned out that the potion one is also going to be slightly tricky. I'm hoping that we can just sort of spit some upgrades and give it all sorts of fantastic, wonderful things, and it should just behave. I mean, that's not too high of an ask, right? So we have to provide it with, I mean, we could provide it with pretty much anything. It even gives you a few suggestions right here, all sorts of fancy-dancy stuff. That's a good question. Do lingering potions give us like a better ability right here? Can we even make lingering potions? We can. So steps 6, how much stuff? That would have 32, but I think we only have 5 steps, right? Because we could have like this potion of bad luck, which has 5 steps, but yeah, pretty much this just takes the number of steps, I think. Possibly. I don't know. We're going to need a bottle, nether wart, and some other stuff, and pretty much make the potion brewer work in the same manner as the thing upstairs, only we're trying to pump everything in ourselves. So it might look a little wonky, but we'll make it work one way or another. And this one should be operational now. We have a barrel in the background just to sort of act as an intermediary source right here. I'm hoping that will function to make sure that we can have a spot for the unstackable potions to go, and everything will just flow properly. Now, I am starting to see quite a lot of endermites coming from something, which I'm guessing is maybe like the halitosis generator or something of that nature. Either way, it's quite frustrating. All right, the next bit, and we can do that together, is ender. Yeah, we'll go with ender eyes. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. We're going to target that, put in an infinity ingot. Lovely. And now this fellow should be operational as well. Now, what I was looking for was the drawer key. Do we have one of those in our system? No, of course not. It's probably in my satchel, which is inside my bag. Not a very good spot for that, but we did only recently get our items back from the evil Chaos Chicken. Now, extract should be functional, so are you working? You're not. Oh, we need to get rid of the bottles. Are you joking? You know, I bet we can figure out a way for that to be operational. We're going to put a Yeta wrench right here. We're going to extract on blue and insert on blue, and we should be able to just sort of spit items into here. Now, that's assuming that we're able to make things, and we might have to trash them at a later juncture, but I think this will work for now. Do we have I'm sure we have a filter. Beautiful. EMC is just so broken. It's like, works on almost everything. I love it. Bottle, please. Whitelist that. Awesome. And extract. Always active. Now, we should always have a lovely splash potion in here. Hopefully being outsped by our potion brewer. And we can always figure out a way to speed that up farther. Now, the tricky things should be these last 3, right? Oh, no, we still need to hook up the emeralds and books. And to ensure that we don't get too many of one thing, probably books in here, we're going to remember the current items in internal and external buffers. That way, if any emeralds try and get in here, or like books, it won't be able to go anywhere that an emerald wants to be, and it should function how I expect it to. So now we can put this to insert, and this should just start getting emeralds and books. And this fellow, I think it's already being taken care of. Lovely. So that is a full set taken care of. Let's just double check this. 3 generators are not running. Specifically the heated redstone, magmatic, and slimy, aka milk. We do need a solution for that, and something just hit us, which I'm guessing is the lovely explosion generator. Very frustrating that. We might want to change that to TNT before too long, just so that it takes longer in between kabooms. At least that's what I'm thinking. So let's put in TNT there instead. Get out all this gross gunpowder. Let's see, how do we get this back in? I'll take care of this later. But that will eventually function, I believe, quite nicely. And we'll put in an infinity ingot to make sure that it's fed nicely. How do we take care of you? That is a good question. Redstone is quite simple. We're just going to pump that in. Redstone. Like so. Just like all of our other generators. But now we need to get lava in them along with sliminess and milk into this guy. But get the buckets out. That one will probably just have the buckets come out. This fellow is the tricky one. Probably a similar system. Just trash the buckets, maybe? Now, I think we have almost a working setup here, and I know we're running out of time. This is significant. Well, I mean, everything is pretty much how I expected, which is nice. Always active, insert, and insert, I think, right? So this now has lava, that has lava and redstone, so it should be operational. What we're going with is just lava buckets in and buckets out as poop into the trash can. That's why it's on brown. And on this guy, I think we're going to set up a very similar system, like so, with some milk. Now it should be on always active. This guy has slimes. Ow! Explosion generators. They hurt, surprisingly. And then always active to pull out the bucket. Right? Hey, it works! This will last for 24 seconds, so we should be in good shape to just make everything work beautifully. Oh! Ha 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 ha! Can you say lots of power? Oh, I bet you can! I bet you can! Lots of power! Now, if I understand correctly, we should be able to just slap down another one. And that one will work too. Oh, no! So it counts how many we need? What? 16 generators not running. So we could expand this system, but I don't want to. What I think, well, is it actually significantly easier than I think? Just like, how do you guys keep showing up anyway? If we put a whole bunch in a row, we could probably be able to make that work. Now, I have read somewhere that this outputs on all faces, so I think there's only one good way to find out. Does that operate? This has RF in it. Why aren't you pulling out of it? Sending a ton of RF per tick. Oh yeah, this is receiving 25 million RF per tick. Cool! Now the question is, can we accelerate that without accelerating anything else? I don't know. But yeah, that seems to be working amazingly effectively. In fact, that's significantly more RF per tick than I would have ever expected. Now, should we try to do something extra? I don't know. What is the range on watches of flowing time, and would it affect this rainbow generator? It's hard to say. You know what? Best way to do it is just to find out. I'm really excited. I've never made one of these things work. I've always said, you know what, that's too much work. No way in heck are we doing that. Pedestal. We're gonna grab a pedestal and some watches. 1, 2. And see if that starts having some spectacular effects on this guy. Speed it up. That's at 325 million. what if... Can we do it again? Click! Yeah, so now that Rainbow Generator is starting to kind of explode a little bit, we have maximum amounts of energy flowing into our system right here. We're probably... yeah, that's too much. Calm down. Calm down, Mr. Rainbow Generator. We might have to put it up here just to make it operational. And there's also an Endermite. Hello, Endermite. Die! But the question is, how much energy... how much will this speed it up? It's still going at 325. Oh, that's because that was what it was at with one watch. Now, the issue is that once that big tank fills up with energy, it'll just, all the generators will stop. It won't have anywhere for the energy to go, as far as I can understand. So we have to give it somewhere to go. Oh boy. We have to empty our inventory of all this rubbish. This was what we were trying to sort of get everything to function with, and now we have significantly too much. We need some infinity ingots, 2 of those, 2 grains of infinity, and the chaos shard. We're going to grab those. It should be as simple as slap those onto there, slap that right there. We might have so much energy flowing into this that it's kind of bonkers, but let's try starting it. That looks like crap. 1%. Okay. But it should be able to output a ludicrous amount. Like, absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is at 3%, and that didn't take too long. But I still feel that that is inadequate for the type of charging that I was expecting. So what I want to try is moving this bright boy. We're going to pick you up along with some of the pedestals. Yeah, this thing is outputting its maximum right now, I think. Oh, it's only outputting half. These do not have infinite capacity. That is a liar. You've lied to me, sir, and I don't appreciate it. Yeah, but I think we should be able to put a pedestal like so, and oh yeah, so many lights. They're so bright. And charge that, and now that should be going a little bit haywire, and maybe even activate the second one. Will that function? Who knows? Something is certainly happening, and with all of those ports connecting to the cryo-stabilized flux ducts, technically we should be in good order. Was that 2? That is only 2 right now, but let's jump up here. We should have a sneaky way. I guess I have a sneaky way. I need to make a sneakier way to be able to get to where we want to be going. It's not down there. It is... Man, I'm getting lost in my own base. I love it. Let's see. Yeah, that's not as fast as I want it to be able to go. Might try and set up another way to get this thing power. Maybe by doing like those stellar... How much power can you guys move? A lot. Well, we'll have to find out in the next episode. This has been a wonderful time. Now, unfortunately, I can't do a comment of the day because I haven't released last episode yet. That's because I'm having just a small surgery, but I'll probably be out of it for a few days. So this was one episode where I shot it ahead of time, and I hope that you'll all forgive me. I haven't received too many suggestions, so I don't think it's too much of a concern. But this is something, huh? Oh, let's see if we can break that and get a good time. Ow. Ow. This thing is exploding. Like, it hurts. It hurts us. Alright. This has been Creeta. This has been... Oh, no. I need a different armor set for this picture, huh? 9. 9? Nope, that's not it. There we go. Bag. You're not the right spot either. Ay. We're trying to have a good time here and just, having all sorts of futzing problems right now, huh? Alright. Let's get in here. get down into the hole. We need to get a good way into here, but I think that is a good wrapping up point. I hope you've enjoyed. This has been Creeta. This has been Stoneblock 2. Oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. Oh, I'm the one in the rainbows. Bye-bye!